Hello guys, kaya saan pala sa ulit ito at welcome sa episode 13 ng laro tayo ng Disco Elysium. Okay, teka, bago natin start, check kung muna ulit si OBS as usual. Pasaway minsan kasi ayoko na magkaroon ng problema yung recording eh. So, check muna. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so continue na natin. So, load game. Nung huling episode natin, dapat tapos na tayo sa araw na, tapos na tayo sa first day natin eh. Inabot ng 12 episodes, tapos may dream sequence pa pala, ano ba yun? Okay yung character natin talaga eh. Ito. Save ko muna ulit. Gawa tayo ng save ulit. Save file. Isa pa. Parang balik natin dito. Okay. Wala akong idea ko saan tayo pupunta dito. Weird na location to ah. Yung bangkay. Siguro pina-process niya yung mga natutunan niya pag natutulog.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this? I remember nothing. I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die. Sige, ito na lang.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are. You said who? I left. I was left. Wife, so ano yan yung ano niya? Subconscious niya. O nga, ano, bangkay nga niya, ano yun nga yung, imbis yung bangkay yung subconscious niya, kausap niya, ano ba yun? You said who? Ito na lang muna.
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Ano ba yun? Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are. I left. I was left. So, ito na. Okay.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back. I don't want to come back. Number 1 na lang.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me.
Ba yan?
You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium? I've seen you before. I can come back from this. Ito natin. Anong Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Seen you before. I'm trying to solve this case. My mind is tired and broken. Help me. uh, reflection mo yan eh. Sige to.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
My mind is tired and broken.
Your mind is what now? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet grinding in your head. So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type? What? No. Ito na lang.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
Bato
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Ano ba yan? Okay. Healed mo na. Okay. Full health na. 7:30. Day 2. So Tuesday na.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god. What the hell was that? I just had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting. Rejuvenating. Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes? Aseta number 2. Sarcastic remark.
Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening? No, that's not it. Really, I feel super good. Ito na.
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
Nawawala na effect ng mga ano niya, yung tinira niya ng ano, past few days.
Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
Wait, what is speed? I need to get more of it then. Detecting is my life. Opt in. No, I can take this. I am not going to go looking for speed. Sige, go.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
Who am I kidding? Of course, I want some speed. Opt in, no. That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead. Opt out.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Baka magawa naman natin eh. That's okay. Okay na dialogue sa sarili yun ha. Save game. pa rin pwede i-access tong pintuan na to. Nakalagay pa naman yung ano ko. Hindi rin gumagana yung crowbar. Andito na kaya si ano? Si Kim. Ano pa siya sa loob eh. Hindi pa siya lumalabas.
The door is closed.
Huwag natin pansinin nila yan. So yung kailangan natin isa sarado pa kasi ano pa eh. Rigorous self-critique. Si Kim nandito.
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
He points to the mess hall doors. Why do we need to talk to them? Actually, information. What do you mean rowdy? Are those the men guard told us about yesterday? Ito na.
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Okay.
One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
Why do we need to talk to them? Alam ko naman eh. Huwag na. Okay, that's all. Huwag natin sayangin yung oras.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them. Continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Okay, fine. Objective. Done? Carter's told you unruly union men gather in the mess hall of the Whirling in rags. They're not there today, but most likely they'll eventually show up. Keep an eye out for them. Pwede naman daw wag mo nang gawin eh. So kailangan ko maghanap ng funds. Nga pala, tatanungin natin tong cook kung ano yung stew. Kung ano yung borscht niya. The tomatoes are so thinly sliced, you can see through them.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Yung mga, ito, huwag natin tanongin. You said you're friends with Manana. Is that true? What is in the borscht you're making? You're making there. Pointed a large pot out of it.
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends.
What is in that borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Ito, nag-save ako. Sige, yes, mag-nod tayo.
Borscht need more vodka?
He picks a bottle from the shelf.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Okay, ah.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Yes, not turn your fingers clockwise. Turn the vodka up. No vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Cut it. I leave the cooking to you. Shrug. I have business. Sige. Yes.
He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew.
Crunchy. Can I have some of that brew? Teka, pwede mag-level? Sige. Kuha tayo ng isa. Ano ba kukunin natin? Logic mataas na eh. Encyclopedia. Rhetoric. Actually, yung isa kailangan ko doon sa kailangan ko taasan yung rhetoric. Para doon sa container. Okay. Okay, alam na natin kung ano yung nandun sa borscht. Kaso told you. Could I have some of that brew?
He smiles and nods enthusiastically and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup, then hands it to you.
Nice. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Tool siya. Substance use effects. Vodka. Gracious brew. Okay. Hindi ako gagamit yan. I won't do that.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Walang option. Ito si save mo na ulit. Ito yung old lady.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything all right? Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I might make it up to you. You seem busy. I'll come back later. Kaya number 1 na lang.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line? Did you need to use the phone anyway?
The manager was vague about it.
She frowns.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why did you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Ben.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks done.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, Albert. Has your husband gone missing before? This sounds more like a side thing. I need to take care of my main thing. Then. I'll get back to this. Sige.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Expeditions.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay. What is this expedition your husband was on? So your husband is some kind of scientist? Tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship? That's all for now, ma'am. So to number 2. Kasi nga sa expedition eh.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A
Ano ba yan?
cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Cryptozoologist. What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Okay The lieutenant sounds unimpressed.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Real research, no?
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Very high pero save ko muna. That's all for now, ma'am. Okay, save muna natin. Para kung mag-fail, pwede natin ulitin. Although high siya. Okay.
Oh, hello, dear. I did.
You're an enthusiastic.
Nag-fail pa rin. High na pero nag-fail pa rin.
Hello, dear.
Sometimes
Ayun.
the most charming thing you can do is be reasonable in your requests.
Could you tell me about just one interesting cryptid?
I suppose you could use a break and I could use a distraction.
One cryptid, like you said. One. This can't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. We have things to do.
Okay, Kim. Just one little cryptid promise. Cryptid extravaganza. I like the sound of that. O sige to.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Ooh, tough choice there.
What's the biggest cryptid? What's the tiniest cryptid? What's the most dangerous cryptid? Is that is that a cryptid on this pen you gave me? Take out the pen she gave you. Are there any invisible cryptids? This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else. Sige, tanong natin sa number 4.
Yes, it's the kind green ape, half war story, half undiscovered species in the genus Homo.
War story?
Yes, it was reported by soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind green ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounded soldiers with its saliva.
Wow, with its saliva? And there was something about an undiscovered subspecies of man? Of man? Sige, with its saliva?
Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Some soldiers reported growing back limbs, regaining their sight.
And there was something about an undiscovered subspecies of man?
Indeed, there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptids. Same taxonomic family, different genus. Which is to say, the kind green ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor and that evolved parallel to our own, just like your partners.
Anyway, Kim, you're not human. I'm pretty sure Kim is the same species as us. To suggest otherwise is stupid. Huh. That's why I always have to take the lead. Right, Kim? Ano ba namang ano yun? Sige, makipagbiruan tayo.
Ma'am, you are confusing him.
Please don't misunderstand me, either of you. Human, as it is used in everyday speech, is hardly a taxonomic category. For all intents and purposes, you can be thought of as human. Though Saelites do have some distinguishing characteristics, different advantages, if you will.
Yes, advantages such as the flakier texture of zeolite earwax, or so I've heard. Nothing inspires pride in one species quite like speculative evolutionary biology. Perhaps we've had enough of that for today.
O yun lang. One lang naman. Nangako tayo eh.
Of course, dear.
Okay. What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Eh yung ano, bumagsak yung bridge.
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Wait, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him? The waterlock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there. Sige ta.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Probably just some technical problem. Word around the canal is some weird new cryptid destroyed it. I really don't know. Number 1.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
Okay.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Okay.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there. Accept us. I've really spent too much time on this side case as this. As okay, go.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Your task. Hanapin natin yung asawa niya. Monday, ang dami pang di pa tapos, oh. You told Lena Morel is missing. You told Lena Morel is missing. You told Lena Morel you told Lena Morel is missing because of the broken water lock. You're still worried he hasn't come back. Let Morel know if you see him. Okay. Tell me more about Morel. Luke's character, your relationship. Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for. Sige. Tanong natin yung itsura ng
Oh
asawa niya.
dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Okay.
You can't go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more concrete information. It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Let's try again. Why don't you try describing him as you would one of your cryptids? That's good enough. Let me ask you something else.
I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm afraid I'm not very good at this sort of thing.
How long have you been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
So, ulitin natin, sige, tanong natin yung isa.
Well,
You can't go around Revachol. It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Sige.
oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
How did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say.
Dating agency.
I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident.
Meron na ba nung may speed
Just
dating na ba nung
divorced.
70s?
We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for. Wag na yung cryptid. Huwag natin tatanungin.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
I want to hear about this insect. You're right. I don't have time for insect facts right now. Let's talk about something else.
Of course, dear.
That's all for now. Okay. Meron pa ba tayo pwede kausapin dito? Wala na so far. Ito, pwede na kausapin to. It's all about money, you know. Hindi naman siya nagsalita, yun lang. Kailangan natin talaga kausapin kasi itong mga to eh. Nope. Autosave. Gusto kong tanggalin yan. Teka. Kasapin natin ito isa muna. You were told to keep a low profile. Ito yung ano.
Let me handle this.
Ito yung mga tauhan ni Everett. Elizabeth.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martes, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
You're the gardener. You lied to me. You're not the gardener. I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
He points at the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martes does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Okay,
She
so
says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
what's your role in all of this? Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Buford? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive? I should talk to Titus then. Leave. Okay, sige ta.
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
He points at the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
Easy. Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot. Hardy. No, not yet. I had another question.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
What's your role in all of this? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? Sige to.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martes, you are no one.
Sige. I should talk to Titus then. Pasaway ito ah. It's a bowl. There's spit in it. Speaking of tobacco. Photos of men in overalls, toting guns and Union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Pwede kang i-access itong pinto?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Squint perception. Very low. Revert your gaze. Dali, try ko yan. Try natin. Save muna natin. Very low eh. Pero ba equipment na pampataas ng perception? Let's see. Wala. Save ko. Try natin.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height with nothing.
Load. Okay. 4 times pa. Try lang natin.
Behind the dockworkers, nothing.
Okay, 3 na lang.
workers. A ceiling, nothing.
Okay, dalawa na lang. Pag ayaw pa rin talaga, tuloy na natin yung story.
Behind the dock workers. A ceiling, nothing.
Last one.
Behind the dock workers. Nothing.
Okay, wala talaga. Hindi kaya. Try ko yung squint.
Behind the dock workers. A ceiling. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
Very low, heroic. Wala talaga. So, kasapin na natin siya. Save ko na ulit.
This is where you say your bit.
Interrogate the vigilantes. A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet. Don't say anything yet. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the man hanging. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. Wag na muna. Ito na sige natin. Don't say anything.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Cross your arms. We need to talk about the man hanged outside. First, we need to talk about your. Sige, cross your arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
The little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
The lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. Sige to.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Teka, may... You need to interrogate the men in the Union booth. Find out what they know about the hanging in Martes.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room. The hangman in the backyard. Did you do it? I'm going to take off now. Okay, so scan the room muna.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain.
Rowing club.
In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where? The little guy?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician.
It's a musician. And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
Pat Angus. Tapos pangalan.
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing. The Ad Soul?
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
The man hanging in the backyard. Did you do it? I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
He shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her.
Si is he Elizabeth?
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End.
He points at the lieutenant.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Okay. Hindi na kailangan magtanong siya. I'm going to take off now. Meron ako hanapin dito sandali. Welcome to Revershaw.
Looking for something?
The lorry driver recognizes you. I found this mug in the trash. Show it to the man. Yours? What was that argument all about? Sige, ito muna.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I get it. Someone has to be the unpopular guy. Also, you're just a racist. Makes sense. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain. On second thought, let's talk about something else.
Suit yourself, officer. Hide your face in the sand if you so wish.
Ano ba yan? I found this mug in the trash. Show it to the man. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martes.
Okay. Three T's. How idiomatic. Alin yung 3 T's? Ano tong shop na to? Kasi may nahanap ako, meron daw dito ng pwedeng pagbenta ng ano yun, naipon nating mga trash. Ito kaya yun?
Welcome to Frit.
Ayun.
Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Before we go on, what is this Frit? What magazines are you reading? Let's proceed. I have some questions for you. Continue. What is this
I
Frit?
don't know. Frit?
She shrugs. And what is Frit? Nga, ito yung 3 T's. Okay.
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
Nga. What magazine are you reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Okay.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Stupid famous people. I approve this. Very futuristic trap on the girls kissing. Forget about all that. What is this? What is this fashion police feature? Point at the cover. I'm not even interested in that magazine. I don't know why I asked about it.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this? Point at yourself. Point to her hat. I bet her hat would take the prize. So who is the most stylish there? It can't be anyone from here.
Benita. She's a model. Usually it's a model. Or a singer-songwriter. Or a model.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Okay. Wag na muna. Titignan ko lang, sabi dun sa sinusundan kong, dun sa nabasa ko, dito daw pwede bumili ng, dito magbenta ng basura eh. Try natin naman. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips too. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
What do these products do? Hindi na. Daw bibili. Who is Saint Baptiste? Wag, leave na lang. Hindi yan ang kailangan ko. Baka itong machine, baka to.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Okay, insert your bottles. 10 cents, okay. Kaya natin mag-ipon ng ng at least 730.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Okay, at least meron na tayong kailangan natin ng 430. So, save na muna natin dito. So, check lang natin to.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
Pwede tayo magnakaw? Fine. Save, equip ko yung item natin na yung increase. Minus to eh. Ito. Okay, subukan natin pero save ko muna.
You see several packaged raincoats fill, and the girl delves into. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf. The girl delves in. You see several packaged raincoats. The girl delves into.
Okay, dalawa na lang. Tapos ito, end na natin episode for today.
You see several packaged raincoats. The girl delves in.
Sana lang.
You see several packaged raincoats. The girl delves into the magazine.
Huwag na. End na natin for now. So, okay. Gumana naman ng autosave pasaway. I don't want autosaves. Okay. So anyway, end na natin for now guys. So, Gerson Velosa signing off. Tuloy na lang ulit natin ito next episode.